Palma. Oh,
man.
that's unfair, and Palma 7 points in the game.
To Del Fuentes.
Oh, wow.
Delgado makes the stop and knocks it down. Maloya is open. 3-point.
Goodness! Face a jumper by Robin Celis.
Caballero has time.
Now it's against Martin Rosso. Turnaround jumper. Oh my goodness.
Happy Independence Day, Pilipinas, and the Maharlika Pilipinas Basketball League is celebrating Independence Day here in Palayan City. We are at the Nueva Ecija Coliseum, to be exact, para sa inyong triple header. Special day for the MPBL. We opened our second season on Independence Day, pero it's a regular game day para sa ating lahat as Vincent Cunanan and the Quezon City Galleries Taipan try to get back on the winning track as they take on Robbie Darang and the rest of the Bataan Risers. The Risers coming off their biggest win of the season last week against Pasay. Sila po maglalaban sa ating first game mamaya. It's Batangas against Cebu. And in the main game, the top teams from the South and the North divisions, Zamboanga and Nueva Ecija, battle it out in our main game. Magandang hapon mga kaliga sa Love Tupas. Kasama si Javi Palanya making the trip to Palayan City. Kasama din natin si Mika Abisamis. Magandang hapon sa mga nanonood sa atin sa Facebook and sa YouTube. And mamaya we are live on Solar Sports. Javi, very important game again as the race for the playoffs heats up. And we also have some updates with the trade window. A lot of things happening sa liga ngayon.
You're right. And especially tonight, ang abangan natin at 8 o'clock p.m., a colossal collision course between, nasabi mo na nga, the top team in the North, the only team without a loss in the Nueva Ecija Rice Vanguards defending their home floor against one of the biggest surprises this season has ever seen in the Zamboanga Sikat.
Oo, no? And bago dyan, no, magandang appetizer natin kagabi because 3 games tayo sa Binyan and 2 of them went to overtime. Pasig City winning over Basilan. Davao upsetting Binyan both in overtime, and Mindoro cruising past Sarangani. So some big developments dito sa liga because with the way that they the roster is stacked up, you expected Basilan and Binyan to prevail.
Exactly. Lalo na yung Basilan, we've been seeing them already coming up with great victories as of late. Ito namang Binyan, they were one of the hottest teams in the league. 7-game winning streak prior to that loss yesterday. But Davao, just pulling it all together last night behind Chris De Chavez's 29 points. What a crazy night it was for the MPBL.
That was 9 3-pointers, by the way, from Chris De Chavez. South Division standings ang silipin natin muna. Because Zamboanga is right there, 13-2. And followed by Quezon, 11-3. And, Batangas will be in action later on, 7-7. And Cebu is at number 12 with a 4-10 record.
Batangas, of course, looking to gain separation from the Mindoro Tamaraws and trying to catch up with Gensan and Rizal. Dito naman sa North Nueva Ecija, of course, still looking to end their winning streak of winless games without a loss this season, while yung ibang teams naman, Bataan Risers and the Quezon City Galleries Taipan looking to crack into play-in position sa North Division.
Oo, so masikip yung North Division natin with all the teams there trying to get into the play-in spot. Quezon City, in their last game, they suffered another defeat, and it's been a rough season for the Quezon City Galleries Taipan. And maybe, just maybe, this window will start to turn things around for them. They lost to Pasig 85-79 last June 2.
Quezon City now mired in a 4-game losing streak. Ang mabigat dyan, 3 dun sa 4 nilang talo. It all was decided by 7 points or less, and this was one of them against Pasig City. They were right in this game. They even shot better from the field, 43.9%, and only lost the rebounding battle by 3. But they gave up a lot of offensive rebounds, which enabled Pasig City to get a lot more opportunities at the basket. And those 13 turnovers, medyo pinatay sila ng Pasig City dun, because 13 of those turnovers, Pasig City converted converted them into 22 points on their offensive side.
Oo. And Bataan, on the other hand, has 6 wins so far, but none bigger than the last game as they took down the Pasay Voyagers at the Cuneta Astrodome, 86-84. It finished for the Risers. A really exciting game, this one, and it went down the wire. And yun nga, nanaig itong Bataan led by John Lloyd, JLC Kapulong with a strong performance.
Eh, Bataan has been in a lot of close games, a lot of down-the-wire games this season. But this just is a testament to their end-game resolve. 86-84, 32 out of 69 from the field. 17 ties and 18 lead changes in this game. Pero buti na lang yung kanilang end-game resolve involved shooting clutch free throws. In the end, they shot way better than Pasay from the line, 16 out of 26. At ang maganda sa 16 out of 26, JLC had a very good clip from the free throw line.
Oh, and much improved performance of John Lawrence Kapulong. And meanwhile, let's meet the starters. It's Bataan against Quezon City. Miguel Pereira,
inside the
take it away.
Coliseum in Balayan City. Welcome to our first game on the 2025 Manny Pacquiao's MPBL Season 7. Quezon City versus Bataan. Join me in welcoming the starting fives, beginning with the Quezon City Galleries Taipan. Starting at forward number 15, Nino Ibanez. Also at forward number 31, Jeff Havillonar. Center number 12, Dave Bernabe. Two guard number 40, J.K. Casino. And at one guard number 18, Vincent Cunanan. The Quezon City is led by Martin Go and Jeff Perlas. Assistant coaches, JC Doctor, Enrique Reyes. Team manager is JC Tan. Now, the starting five. 41 Bataan Risers, Kamaya Coast. Starting at guard number 1, Robbie Darang. Also at guard number 8, Dom Vera. Center number 4, JL Kapulong. Forward number 14, Alex Ramos. And the other forward number 45, Michelle Maines. The head coach for One Bataan Risers is Goody Ilagan with Ogie Gumatay, Arvin Ginto, Paul De La Cruz, Benebaina, Prince Cruz, Dewey Cortina, Marvin Molines, Erwin Lozada, Frederick Francisco, Jonas Giao Jr., and Gary David. Assistant team manager Shai Ramos Evangelista, team managers Ariel Joaquin and attorney Gary Palmero, team owner Luis Valenzuela.
Starting five is brought to you by 1xBet, title sponsor of the MPBL. Your choice, your victory. Feel more game with 1xBet. Vincent Cunanan will be matched up with Robbie Darang, J.K. Casino against Dom Vera, Dave Bernabe against J.L. Kapulong, Jeff Havillonar up against Alex Ramos and Nino Ibanez and Mitchell Maines ang makamatchup doon sa ating starting five. It's Dom Vera there and Vincent Cunanan, Robbie Darang, all raring to really battle it out here para makakuha ng panalo. Very important game for both teams. Two teams na hindi nagkakalayo sa ating team standings, Quezon City and Bataan. And Quezon City wins the tip. Sino inside to Bernabe, able to control, push shot off the glass and in. First basket of the game, Dave Bernabe for Quezon City.
You wouldn't really expect Dave Bernabe to be that guy to be set up for the first basket of the game para sa Quezon City. But this guy is always ready when his number is called. Whenever he gets called upon by Coach Jeff Perlas, handa agad siya na gawin kung anong kailangan gawin sa loob ng court.
It's last touch on a Quezon City player.
For Bataan, I think the good thing for them to do in this game is to really establish a big lead early. I don't think they want to be involved in another tight game. They've been involved in a lot of games that have been decided by 3 points or less this season, and they've been losing some of those games as well, as Dom Vera gets the first points on the board para sa Bataan.
It's a good strong drive from Dom Vera and the soft touch off the glass and in. Chance for a 3-point play. Dom Vera completes the 3-point play, 3-2. Vincent Conanan. Well, nababa na rin yung memo natin, Javi, for the trade and free agency window. And some interesting guidelines that we have here. I think this is pretty much the same from the last season. Number 1 to number 4 in the team standings in each division can add 1 free agent from the current season, and may actually add unlimited free agents who were not in the lineup in 2025.
Oh, that's gonna be a very interesting clause considering that marami rin naman tayong ibang players na nasa free agent pool na hindi pa natin nakikita this season.
Oo. Well, it gets interesting because for the 5 to 8, no, as Robbie Darang knocks down the 3, dalawa from the current season and unlimited as well from the previous season, and unlimited trades. Ang homegrown players hindi kasama doon sa iyong dinadagdag.
Okay. So nagkakaroon lang talaga ng diferensya dun sa free agents na pwede mong i-add from this season.
Yes, for the current season. Oh, Robbie Darang. Left shoulder.
Oh, that comes at a really bad time considering that he just hit a 3-point shot here.
3-point shot is brought to you by Extreme One-Stop Shop Appliances.
Mukhang hindi niya masyado magalaw eh.
Yeah, natin kasama si Mika Bisamis right on the scene here. Ready talagang nakaabang si Miss Mika. Kapulong, jump. Oh, good on that one.
Well, one consolation for Bataan is that it's Hubert Cani coming off the bench para sa kanila, and Hubert has really shown some really solid showing at that point guard spot numerous times this season. One of their key additions during the off-season.
Now, he can start for any other team.
Oh yeah, for sure. And we were talking about it in the car, you know, how there's really a scarcity of yung traditional quality point guards.
Mostly kasi sila ngayon, most are scoring guards, but look at the jumper from Dom Vera.
I tell you, you know, this guy is really streaky. When he's on, he's really on. But pero pag malamig siya, talagang patuloy-tuloy yung mintis niya eh. So this is a good sign right now for Coach Goody Ilagan and for Coach Ogi Gumatay that Dom Vera is starting off on a good note in this game.
Villonar could not hit. Here's Mitchell Minus, a little out of control. Hubert Cani. Vera. Ramos. They kick it out to Cani. 10 seconds to the shot clock here. Vera puts the ball on the deck. The drop pass. Capulong leaves it short. One more. JL Capulong, first basket of the game, 11-4, Bataan.
The patience in the offense was there. Vera did not go for another jump shot. He saw that the closeout was long and he attacked. Nino Ibanez dropping it off to JL Capulong. Good thing Capulong got the offensive rebound and the stick back.
Ramos quickly to Minez. Bumuelos in Mitchell. Ooh, emergency pass does not work, and Capulong makes sure that it's not a live turnover.
Minez already had a shot there. There was nobody in front of him. He split the defense, already had the opportunity to lay it up and in. That's part of his game, you know, slashing to the basket and attacking the cup. I don't know why he still had to settle for the pass.
Gusto niya lang i-reward si Alex Ramos. Ibanez. JL's Capulong with a rebound. Here comes Cani. 4 minutes gone by in the first period. Vera. Let's see Nino Ibanez. Capulong now. Top of the key. We go to the side. Ramos travel.
And that 1-3-1 zone on this defensive possession for Quezon City stifling Bataan. Medyo nagdalawang isip yung Risers doon sa kung anong gusto nilang gawin.
Eleven to 4. Ibanez. Tukunanan. So you go to Abiligar. Good pass. Galing kay Vincent Cunanan. A foul on Ramos against Abiligar.
I think that Vincent Cunanan brings the right balance of scoring and facilitating para dito sa Quezon City. Just exactly what Coach Jeff Perlas needs, especially with the shortage of talent and big names.
Gavillonar. Casino. Cani looks ahead. Finds Vera. Vera, 3. Yes! 9 points for Dom Vera. He is cooking here in the first period. 14 to 4. It's the first double-digit lead for the Risers in this ball game.
Well, he's picking up from where he left off in their last game against Pasay. Vera did not miss against the Voyagers. He was 4 out of 4. And right now in this game, 3 out of 3 from the outside. Ito si Don Vera.
Back at the Nueva Ecija Coliseum for your Maharlika Pilipinas Basketball League. My name is Mika Abisamis. Laking kumpiyansa nga daw para dito sa Bataan Risers yung panalo nila sa Pasay. As you mentioned earlier, sabi nila isa daw to sa pinakamasayang practice nila ever since they started the season. Nagbigay pa daw si Coach Ogie ng libreng pizza. One of the biggest factors was their defense na hindi daw talaga nila makuha ang rhythm in the games before. And speaking of the biggest factor, their small big factor, and Robbie Darang said na pinaghandaan talaga ako ng guards nila. Sila Barcuma, Tabi. In fact, in his words, medyo kinumog daw siya. Pero gustong-gusto daw niya ang mga larong ganon. The last one daw was with Philip Manalang and Jer Oligario during their Ilagan game. Kumbaga, he lives for moments when he has to escape ang mga depensa nila. Offensive thinker daw kasi talaga siya ever since, kaya he learns a few sa mga depensa bilang bagong guard. Ano? Today, he is excited to go against Franz Diaz. Ikukwento ko yun sa inyo maya-maya lamang. Pero etong ang si Robbie ngayon, masakit pa yung kanyang kaliwang balikat. Ano? Hindi pa alam nung PT nila kung makakabalik siya. Pero ang sabi naman niya sa akin, di bali na, ate, sanay naman ako sa mga ganitong bagay. Suki ako dito sa Delph. Javi.
Thank you so much, Mika. Alam na natin ito si Robbie Darang is one tough cookie. Pero, tama yung ano, no? Talagang kinumog siya dun sa game against Pasay. But, you know, it just shows you the respect that, you know, the other guards in the league give to Robbie Darang. And this is something that he really did not have nung previous seasons niya.
Correct. He did not have it in previous seasons here in the MPBL, but in college, you know, as a Diliman College Blue Dragon playing under Coach Renzi Bar, this kind of attention is not new to him. Other teams really kinukuyog naman talaga siya dahil siya talaga ang heart and soul ng Diliman College. And that's why the defensive attention that he's been getting this season as the lead point guard for Bataan is definitely not new for him. And that's why sinabi niya that he embraces this kind of attention. And I think he's happy that he's now getting that kind of attention at this level right now here in professional basketball dito sa MPBL, as we see Bringas get that one off the glass. Looks like that's gonna be a basket and one opportunity para kay Carl Bringas.
So in college, alam na, noted na kamador itong si Robbie Darang.
Noted talaga.
Pero ngayon,
Well respected.
pero ibang level to ang MPBL din So that, no, he's made that successful transition na
Tama ka dyan.
to the pros.
Kasi maraming point guard in college, they may be such a hot ticket in college, pero pagdating sa pros, talagang they take a back seat and just really become a role player. But that's different para kay Robbie Darang because he still maintained that kind of stature. Well, he had to work hard for it, maybe a couple of seasons, but he's back to where he is right now.
LGR is the official outfitter of the MPBL. Maraming salamat sa LGR. Rai De La Rosa did not get the bounce.
Yeah, the kind of attention that Robbie Darang's been getting right now is just like the kind of attention Christian Luanzon got yesterday during his game.
Oo.
Talagang siya naman ang kinuyog ng depensa doon.
Oh, kitang-kit. Napanood ko kagabi. Galing.
Pero grabe.
Perfect sa free throw yun, ha?
Oo.
Perfect sa free throw yun.
Ilan ba yun? I think that was 14 out of 14.
14 na. Umabot
Mga
pa sa...
ganun eh,
Kasi
oo.
12 of 12 siya after ano eh. Nung regulation eh. 4 of 12 siya sa 3. Inaabangan ko yung stats eh. Kasi para may bala ako sa kanya eh.
Siya yung pang-overtime eh. Yung tres niya yung pang-overtime eh. Yung pang-apat na tres niya na yun.
Oo, mga 4 na yun. Couple of nice plays there from Bataan. Now another one here. Javier makes it count this time.
And look who initiated it. None other than Hubert Cani, working with another one of the key off-season acquisitions para dito sa Bataan in Chris Javier, who's just really happy to be here sa Delph.
Absolutely. Santa Ana did not get the call. Ives Sazon against France Diaz. Javier back out to Cani sa gitna. Santa Ana nakabantay. There's a switch. Cani take on his man here. 5 seconds. Yambing drives baseline. Natapik. It will stay with Bataan with 2 seconds in the shot clock.
Really good spacing on that right side with Yambing in the corner. Let's see here, Cani setting up Chris Javier.
That's our assist of the game, brought to you by 1xBet, title sponsor of the MPBL. Your choice, your victory. Feel more game with 1xBet. Air ball from Javier. Here comes Santa Ana. They go to Rai De La Rosa. Quick trigger! And you can book that para kay Rai De La Rosa.
Yeah, you just can't allow him that kind of space, especially in a transition setting. He's really gonna launch that. Oh. Sazon was, I think, looking at hindsight to his bench.
Little miscommunication there.
See here, Javier nakalubog, giving that space to Rai De La Rosa. That wasn't supposed to be Chris Javier's man, but he just really had to try and challenge that shot, but just to no avail against a shooter like Rai De La Rosa.
It's 19-10. Binalik na si John Lawrence Capulong sa laro. Puray, 3. Ganda ng sagot dito ng Quezon City after going down by 12. It's 19-13 and it's Bataan's turn to call timeout.
Jason Puray was instrumental in the comeback attempt for Quezon City against Pasig in their last game. Scored a bunch of points in the fourth quarter. I think all of his 7 points came in that fourth period, but they just fell short. But right now, down by just 6 after being down double digits in the first few minutes of this game.
Get a special deal from 1xBet. Scan the QR code and claim your special offer. Happy Independence Day to everyone.
I am expecting
happy ka ba, Javi?
Oh naman, I'm very happy. Siyempre kayo kasama ko eh on this holiday. I'm expecting a full house here at Palayan City. I think this is the first time I'm covering here in Nueva Ecija this season. I'm happy to be back here.
Puray, that's a foul, and
I've covered a lot of memorable games here in the past. Syempre, aside from the games of the Rice Vanguards, I remember I covered San Juan's record-setting game here against Mindoro, where they established the record for most threes and well, at that time most points in a game. And Orlan Mamar also establishing some individual records in that game himself.
12 3-pointers.
Yes. And I think most assists.
19 to 30. Most assists si ano na eh. Si Philip Manalang.
Yeah, no, that time.
That time.
He was siren yung
Oh,
most assists.
nice.
Whoa!
Ganda. Ganda na pass. Ladimo with a basket off the feed. You can't take this team for granted. 8-0 run now for Quezon City.
Ladimo, he doesn't really contribute a lot to Quezon City. Only averages 2 minutes per game this season. At getting some early burn here for Coach Jeff Perlas and helping them slowly but surely chip down at this advantage.
Unable to complete the three-point play. Darang pushing quickly to Sazon, fires a corner three. Short Baguio with a putback.
Each time, almost each time that Dante Baguio has come in off the bench for Bataan this season, minsan may mga game di talaga siya masyado ginagamit. Pero pag yung games na talagang gamitin siya na matagal, he is able to create that impact for the risers on the floor, and significantly at that.
Oo. Na matagal-tagal na din si Dante Baguio. Manayo na rin, you know?
Yeah.
Well, he's gained, you know, some medyo kumapal yung katawan nito ni Dante Baguio compared to dati na medyo payat talaga siya. Sa Robbie Darang.
And despite that, as we're happy to see Robbie Darang back here on the floor after that injured shoulder in the first few minutes, at least kahit kumapal si Dante Baguio, yung athleticism niya, it still stayed. We still have been seeing some dunks here and there galing sa kanya.
Ang maganda dito kay Dante, you know what's different to me compared to the last few seasons with Dante Baguio is like he doesn't look lost on the court anymore.
Oh, yan. Tama. Tumalino siya maglaro. Mismo. I definitely agree.
Malayo yung dati na parang, you know, he gets fringe minutes. And, you know, sometimes he tends to do too much because takot siya eh. Minsan na siya nasa loob eh. But ngayon, komportable na siya.
And he's very much involved dun sa kanilang mga offensive schemes. If you remember before, most of the time, hindi masyadong complicated yung mga iraran ng Bataan pag nasa floor siya.
De La Rosa, that's a three!
Three-pointer number 2 here in the first quarter for Ryan De La Rosa. Again, given space by the Bataan defense.
That's a foul to give for Quezon City.
If you're the Risers, you should be worried about getting Ryan De La Rosa hot in this game because that's one of the few shooters of Quezon City that can really get it going for a long period of time.
Robbie Darang definitely gonna shoot here. Robbie, and that will do it. First quarter in the books. A strong start for Bataan, led by as many as 12 in the period. Robbie Darang and Dom Vera finding their stroke in that first quarter. Ray De La Rosa naman ang nanguna sa Quezon City as they pulled to within 6 at the end of 1, 24-18. Bataan ahead. Get a special deal from 1xBet. Scan the QR code and claim your special offer. We are back dito sa Palayan City. Independence Day game day for the MPBL. Bataan ahead by 6 as we begin the second quarter. Santa Ana, Puray, Diaz, De La Rosa, and Ladimo. Quezon City, look at Santa Ana sneaking through. He's bumped up.
That's the reason why Coach Jeff Perlas has mostly opted to get him off the bench this season para sa Quezon City, because he really brings that fire in that second unit that helps Quezon City. If they're down, it helps them really chip away at any deficit the opposing teams try to establish at the start of the game.
Alex Ramos returned for Carl Bringas. Dom Vera is in for Ives Sazon. There's still no Jamil Gabawan in the lineup.
Actually,
he's there actually, sorry.
But we didn't see him in the last game, right?
May iniindang injury. Diaz against Darang. De La Rosa, trigger. No, Puray steps out to the three-point line. I thought he was going to shoot. Puray will drive. The drop-off. Ladimo naagaw ni Pagyo. Darang drives right at Diaz. And good job there by Francis pulling the chair. De La Rosa, yes, on the runner.
Ray De La Rosa showing us that he can not only shoot it from the outside, but can also put the ball on the deck and hit those floaters mid-range.
2 points na lang ang lamang dito from as high of 12 earlier. Kapulong bullying his way through. 2 puntos para kay Kapulong.
I expect Bataan to go more to JLC here in this second quarter. I think he can overpower Ladimo one-on-one in the paint, but this guy, Ray De La Rosa, trying to overpower Bataan with his scoring right now. Isa na lang ang lamang dito ng Risers.
Dom Vera, first miss of the game.
First miss since last game.
Diaz to Ray De La Rosa. There's a heat check there. Robbie Daram, dire-diretso si Robbie.
Robbie Darang reliving his collegiate matchup with Franz Diaz here in this game. Of course, Diaz did play for the CU Scorpions, while Darang, as you mentioned earlier, played for the Diliman College Blue Dragons. Magkalaban yan sa maraming liga nung sila'y college.
Gustong bumawi. The pass was broken up. De La Rosa, Bernabe, and Straight. Ibanez rather. Bernabe and Straight are in the game. Diaz and Santa Ana completing the 5. Sa kabila naman, Dom Vera, Darang, JL Capulong, Maines, and Ramos.
There's a mismatch.
Pulong against Santa Ana, the double team. Darang, the swing, 3. No. Bernabe tracks down the rebound. Here comes Quezon City. Diaz. Ibanez. Well defended by Vera. Labas muna kay Santa Ana. They go down low. Bernabe, good catch. A foul on Darang on the way up para kay Dave Bernabe.
Pero medyo nagkaroon pa sila lang miscommunication ni Jordan Santa Ana doon. Santa Ana wanted a two-man game with Bernabe, but Bernabe wanted to get that ball right there near the block and already close to the basket. Buti na lang it still ended up in his hands and he was fouled.
He misses the free throw. Bernabe. Free throw of the game brought to you by Extreme Appliances, a subok at kompletong appliances brand ng Pilipinas.
He was 1 out of 2 from the charity stripe in their last game. It is Dave Bernabe, very serviceable big and someone who's very familiar with the system of Coach Jeff Perlas.
Kapulong, sinundo ang bola. Ramos down low to Maines. And Maines scores off the double team.
That's exactly how you score against a full court pressure defense. You move that ball around and also try really to hit that middleman to force the rotation on the trap.
Inside, Diaz. Wild shot. Takbo ang Bataan. Vera. A good challenge by Santa Ana. Diaz. Wide open. Book it.
Bataan does have the speed to really match Quezon City here. But kung ako sa kanila dito, medyo bagalan rin muna nila yung pace most times to try and set up JLC.
Vera, shot fake. Oh, Ramos was not expecting the pass. Diaz, runner. Did not convert off the glass. Maines to Vera. Fires. It's short. Action has been frenetic here.
Yeah, and that's the problem for Bataan if they try to attack early. JLC becomes a non-factor para sa kanila. Nakita mo naman, he didn't even bother to try and go back down the floor anymore there.
This is the medyo tautuan. Pinapahirapan si Dom Vera. That's off Dom Vera.
Quezon City being really pesky with this full court pressure defense of theirs. They've now forced 7 turnovers on the Bataan Risers.
There's a timeout on the floor. 5.5 minutes remaining in the first half. Bataan with a 2-point lead against Quezon City.
Back at the Nueva Ecija Coliseum for your Maharlika Pilipinas Basketball League. Konting kwento lang. Ito na nga at nakabalik na si Robbie Darang na excited talagang makaharap itong si Franz Diaz na mention mo nga to kanina, Javi. They are very close actually. Magkalaban pero super buddies. Sabi ni Franz, sabay sila sa lahat. Skill work, kain, hanggang plano magpa-draft sa PBA. Pero nag-back out daw si Franz dahil he felt na hindi pa time. So sabi ni Robbie, sige, sama ka na lang sa akin, Bataan na lang tayo. Biro daw ni Franz, ha? E di aagawan mo pa ako ng oras? Sanay na nga tayo magkalaban. Sabi naman daw ni Robbie, kaya ako siya inaaya maging teammates kami kasi pagod talaga ako sa depensa niya pag magkalaban kami. But anyway, here they are from kids to men pursuing their dreams. Today, Javi.
Really nice to have someone to share. First of all, it's nice to have a friend like Franz is to Robbie and Robbie is to Franz. No?
I'm sure, yeah. Definitely.
And again, another one is that nice to have a rival. No, from college days until now in the MPBL, but also ang ano dun is that sharing the dream together and pursuing it together here in the courts of Nueva Ecija tonight.
Yeah, I'm trying to think, a player matchup like that. Robbie Darang versus Franz Diaz. Two guards going to head-to-head in college, but si Franz Diaz kasi ang diferensya dito sa matchup nila nung kolehiyo sila is it's Franz Diaz who got most of the championships. And I don't think Robbie got one up over Franz in college.
Yeah, but
most of the individual stats lamang talaga si Robbie.
Oh, yun nga. And kasi nga, they play different roles in their respective teams, but yung friendship coming out of the competition, I think I think that's what sets them apart
Yeah.
from a lot of the players here in the MPBL na nagkalaban mo dahil sa sobrang dalas mo ng kalaban,
Naging sobra close kayo.
naging kaibigan mo na lang.
That's very nice story. Thank
Kasi
you, Mika, for that
may
report.
mga ibang magkalaban na through and through kalaban. Ay, hindi talaga yan. Hindi talaga kami uubra. Wala talaga. Never.
Pero dumadalas na rin talaga yung ganang klaseng kwento ngayon nowadays. Kasi kung dati talagang kung rivals kayo, kahit sa labas, hindi kayo magpapansinan eh.
Oo.
Ngayon medyo siguro, kahit medyo rivals kayo on the floor, kahit di kayo friends off the court, pero minsan pag nakikita sa labas yung ibang player, medyo
Ano na.
magpapansinan ng konti, konting high five, ganyan.
Kamustahan,
Oo,
konti.
kamustahan konti, ganyan. Try to share notes.
And the understanding that the world of Philippine basketball is so small.
Oh yeah, definitely.
Because he could be your teammate, your rivals one day, then you could be teammates the following season.
Para sa akin may pros and cons din yung ganyang klaseng dynamic na meron sa atin ngayon in this day and age of the sport.
33-30, it's Hubert. Bigay kay Jeff Santos, a 3. It's short, rebound. Ibanez, damang ng Quezon City dito, Javi. Sidestep move. What a beautiful play galing kay Nino Ibanez.
Itong Quezon City team talaga na to, the makeup of this roster, they're very capable of making some big upsets. At lalo na ngayon, I think they might take advantage of this free agency and trade window that we're in right now that started last night.
It's 35-30. Kailangan tutok ang mga kaliga natin sa mga kaganapan eh.
Especially, that particular clause that you can add unlimited free agents from previous seasons who are not rostered yet in this 2025 season. And that applies to all teams, by the way.
Oo, so marami-rami po yan na pwede. So 1-4, isa lang ang pwedeng idagdag
Na free agent from the current season.
from the current season, meaning kailangan siyang i-release ng previous team niya.
Yes.
And then 5-8, dalawa. And then 9-15, unlimited. My gosh.
That's gonna be crazy.
So, hindi to baka samgyup iniisip nyo na Anli or Anli
Or
rice,
hot pot.
Anli rice or hot pot Ang pwedeng mag-Anli, okay, sa North, Ilagan, Bataan, Valenzuela, Quezon City, Marikina, Bulacan, and Manila. Sa kabila, ang pwedeng mag-Anli, Basilan, Imos, Davao, Sarangani, Cebu, Bacolod, and Parañaque. You can pretty much overhaul your entire roster for the second half of the season.
And this interesting year gets even more interesting, Sidel. And that's just the thing with the league, it gets better each year.
36-32.
18-8 at scoring this quarter, but struggling to put points on the board compared to their strong start in the first period. And I think it's really because of the pace that we're seeing right now. Quezon City is really pushing it up 2-3 notches higher, and Bataan struggling to keep up with it. And because they're struggling to keep up with the reason they're struggling to keep up with it is di nila take advantage yung advantage nila inside the paint with Chris Javier, JLC. Di nila nakuha yung post presence na gusto nila makuha.
That was a big sequence there, no? Parang really illustrates their struggles. Parang tatlong pasa lang. And Santos puts up the shot, a challenge shot, a corner 3.
This ever-changing zone defense of Quezon City has really put Bataan in a lot of doubts running their offense.
Napaganda doon, nakuha nila yung offensive rebound because they were a little bit patient, no? And nakakababa itong mga kasama nila para sa offensive rebound.
Well, they've been able to move that basketball. Kaya lang, minsan nagdadalawang isip sila kasi nakikita nila there are cracks in the defense that somehow close down bigla dahil dun sa scheme ng depensa ng Quezon City that maybe they weren't ready for.
Bringas misses the free throw. It's now an 18-point turnaround because Quezon City trailed by 12, 19-7 in the first period. Babasa limang lamang ng Quezon City, split at the line for Carl Bringas. Minute 40 remaining here in the second period. Straight, De La Rosa, Diaz. The low wing, Diaz back out to Tautuan. 3 seconds on the shot clock. Bernabe, the push shot. He's had a fine first half. Dave Bernabe, 7 points in the game para kay Bernabe. That's the lead as well for Quezon City.
He also has 6 rebounds to boot. What Quezon City has proven here is they can match up against even a zone that Bataan has started to implement here. That's a big basket for Bataan by Ives Sazon.
40-35, a minute remaining. Reggie short on the 3. Bernabe taps it to straight for 2.
What about that? Bernabe mixing it up, could have pulled out that rebound for himself, but to recognize that there was better opportunity for Jason Strait. Look at that. Javier was just too late to try and give resistance to that shot.
And Bataan sues for time, down by 7. 53 seconds left in the first half. That's our Gixxer fan of the game, born for greatness. Back here at the Nueva Ecija Coliseum in Palayan City. We have 53 seconds left in the first half. Bataan with possession, trailing by 7 points against Quezon City.
By the way, I'd like to give a shout out to Muntinlupa Cagers team owner, Kaiser Galvez, who's watching.
Nanonood lagi.
Nanonood lagi yun. Hindi nagmimintis yun ng game eh.
Oo.
Kahit anong game, lagi nakatutok yun.
Sayang.
Unless siguro kung may laro
Masama
siya.
ba loob niya sa akin? Ba't hindi siya nagtitext sa akin?
Hindi, nag-reply lang siya doon sa isang story ko eh.
Akala ko... Kasi hindi ako naglaro ng Tuesday Hubs eh.
Baka yun yung dahilan.
Natalo kami.
Baka masama yung loob niya dahil doon.
Hindi naman.
Hindi naman. Alam mo,
You win some.
It takes a lot for Boss Kaiser Galvez na sumama ang loob sa'yo. Isa sa mga pinakamabait na tao na kilala ko.
Tama. Nice ball movement. It leads to a De La Rosa 3.
He continues to sizzle. Already had some extensive rest on the bench, but still regaining that touch from the outside. Ito si Ray De La Rosa. Quezon City already with 7 3-point shots here in the first half.
And we all thought that Bataan was going to use the outside shot like more because they started out very well, but they've gone cold. The Risers and Coach Jeff Perlas applauding the effort of his players as the Quezon City Galleries Taipan will go into the locker room with a 10-point lead against the Bataan Risers. We'll be right back.
Oscar De La Hoya's. That is the most spectacular one-punch set of Manny Pacquiao's incredible career. And he fights his way off and goes down again. Straight left lands for Manny. Does he have Cotto in trouble? Manny Pacquiao is a storm. Another huge left hand by Pacquiao. Punch after punch after punch. And he finds the straight left hand. And there's the punching now. Look at the brilliant accuracy of Manny Pacquiao. Landing with both right and left hands. This is why we use the word sensation.
Manalang gets it back. 8 seconds to work with. They go to Giap against Kapulong. Nice fake by Giap. Atake ni Josh Giap! What a move from Josh Giap! Look at the move from Josh Giap. The shot fake. And lets Kapulong fly by with that hang time move.
And the thing is, may nakadig pa si si Mitch Maynes.
Olegario drives right at Jego Dario. Finds a way. Oh my. Hindi ko alam paano nagawa ng paraan ni Jay Olegario yun. I could not even find him. Could not even see him. 3 players against J.R. Olegario.
Hindi mo na nga makita.
Kaya nga.
Plus 10 ang Pasay, 14-4. Cyrus Tavi quietly has been having a solid season.
What a pass.
And what a pass. Like you said, papunta kay AJ Coronel.
And that's with the left hand. Usually, players are good with their strong hand, no? Yung mga magagaling pumasa. And this one, though, using the left hand for that behind the back in tight space.
4-point lead para sa Abra. Taiwan. Ildefonso, oh, what a move. Dave Ildefonso able to elude the defense. At ito yung magandang galaw ni Dave Ildefonso.
And that's just muscle memory para dito kay Dave Ildefonso.
Risers with a glimmer of hope. Kani. Kani for 3! Oh! Hubert Kani, I tell you, never count the Risers out, especially here on their home floor.
That's right. He rose up with those hands challenged by Philip Manalang and still knocked it down.
Pasay looks like they're getting a win here after back-to-back losses. Oh, Adlawan could certainly dunk. He'll try for that, and he does! Slam jab for Dolan Adlawan.
Pasok na sa top 3 yun, yung dakdak na yun. Maybe the #1 play.
They trap Pido. He goes to Himpayan. Waray finds Pingris for the hammer.
Oh boy, me oh my, Mark Pingris.
What a slam galing kay Mark Pingris. He went up there.
To Coach Stephen Mabera's playbook that he could have more playing time for Parañaque in the coming games.
Pido. Oh! The exclamation point to this one. May pahabol pa. Nawala tuloy headset ko. Nagulat ako.
That's the first time I've actually seen somebody in the panel lose their headset after a dunk.
Ibang klase naman kasi out of nowhere. And Warlo Batak.
Mina against Darang. 5 seconds to work with. Mina fires a 3. Good! Alan Mina! 10 points in the game. And a clutch basket for the Cowboys.
Boy, and what you love about this, the guys on Ilagan, the Cowboys, clutch after clutch.
They have been fouled as well there.
Yup, didn't get to land on where he's supposed to.
Yes.
Oh my.
Big time shot galing kay Allen for 2. 10 seconds on the shot clock for Bataan. Mitchell with the in and out dribble. Mitchell, what a finish! What a finish! And I I thought I was watching Dr. J right there. The in and out dribble. Maynes gets deep and adjusts, contorts, and just lays it in with some English. What a spectacular move from Mitchell Maynes.
Dr. J-like, if you ask me.
Halftime dito sa Nueva Ecija Coliseum in Palayan City, kung saan ang Quezon City Galleries Taipan with a strong first half performance. They erased a 12-point deficit on their way to a 10-point lead at the break, Javi. Check out the stats here. And after a really good start, Bataan going cold in that second period, and Quezon City just turning the intensity up a notch in the second quarter.
Yeah, particularly from the outside, Bataan was really off to a good start from downtown, courtesy of Dom Vera, who hit 3 threes right away. Pero after that, Bataan was only able to drain 1 3-point shot, while Quezon City relied on the hot hands of Ray De La Rosa, who had 3 3-pointers, and the other 3-point shots were scattered into other players of Quezon City. Franz Diaz had one, Jason Puray had one, as well as Nino Ibanez. And also, when Quezon City was really able to push the pace, dun talaga nag-shift yung momentum dun sa kanilang side. And that bench unit really made a difference para sa kanila. Jordan Santa Ana and company helped this Gallery Staipan team get the lead on their side, and that's why they have it going into the second half right now.
Leading scorer for Bataan, Dom Vera. That this happened in the first, few minutes of the game. 9-point siya. Sa kabila naman, Ray De La Rosa, 13 off the bench. Third quarter underway. Oh, did Ray start? I think he started, right? In this ball game.
No, he came off the bench too.
That came off the bench as well. It was Kunanan who started. 45-35. Let's see if Bataan, they're certainly capable of making a run here, Javi.
Oh yeah, they're no stranger to trying and come back from the deficit. Sinabi ko naman kanina, they've already been involved in a lot of close games, but they've made a comeback, kaya lang most times they've fallen short. Pero yung game nga against Pasay has only given them more confidence and has made them prove to themselves na kaya rin naman nilang manalo kahit na humabol sila.
I haven't seen much of JL Capulong. Not a lot of touches for him.
It's peculiar to me. Well, I mean, no, actually, it's not peculiar to me. Not a lot of touches para sa kanya dahil nga sumasabay ang Bataan dun sa pace ng Quezon City. And JL Capulong isn't really gonna be a factor if Bataan tries to run. In fact, a lot of times when Bataan was trying to push the pace in that second quarter, di na nga bumababa si JLC.
Richard Maynez draws the foul on the drive, and we'd like to thank LGR, the official outfitter of the MPBL. Maynez misses the free throw. (45-36). Ibanez, Bernabe, Jason Puray giving Dom Vera a hard time.
Bernabe has actually been the one that's, I think, been the big X factor para sa Quezon City dito sa laro na to. He's been scoring points, but also he's been grabbing down some rebounds and has been generating some extra possessions para sa kanyang mga teammates.
Kunanan down low, Bernabe misses, rebound, Maynez recovered by Kunanan. The double pump, and he puts it in off the glass.
I think Quezon City keeping its step in the rebounding battle with Bataan has really been a huge factor in why they have been able to get the driver's seat in this game and continue to maintain it up to this point.
And wow, what a run here to start the third quarter. Quezon City, that the halftime break really did not stop their momentum as they've come out with a lot of fire and ferocity. Ibanez extends the lead to 13. 2 minutes gone by in the third. 49-36, Quezon City. Nino Ibanez had 17 points, including 14 in the first half. That loss to Tropang Pasig, 8 points, 4 rebounds, and 3 assists tonight. I think alam natin kung anong kapasidad nito ni Nino Ibanez, but it's more of his consistency, Javi, itong season na to that has been the concern.
I think muli siyang naninibago dun sa role ulit na meron siya dito para sa Quezon City. Naalala mo, when he was with Bulacan, he already embraced this role of being the main guy for the Kuyas that time. But he then transferred to Quezon, bigla siya naging role player. And then ngayon sa simula ng ating bagong season, napunta siya dito sa Quezon City and nagsimula ulit yung kanyang role bilang main contributor. But somehow, it hasn't been the same as in his time with Bulacan. I think it's also the fact that he's also has to really adjust to the system and the defense, the kind of defense that Coach Jeff Perlas wants him to play.
Tama. 49-36, 7.5 minutes remaining here in the third. And Bataan just could not get going. This is an important game for them and their playoff aspirations. We're at the halfway point ng season.
And if you look at their lineup, they're one of the more balanced lineups in the entire league, actually.
And syempre, maaga din nagsimula to, Javi.
Correct.
Na to.
Yeah. They really started their build-up early. They wanted to make sure that their ambition for the deep playoff run ay ma-attain talaga nila. And of course, it's really a big advantage if you start early. Kaya yun talagang ginawa nila. However, things haven't been shaping up the way that they wanted to.
One of those teams that have their players based kung saan sila naglalaro.
Mismo.
Kung saan sila, kung anong nire-represent nilang probinsya. So, they are based out in Bataan, in Balanga, I believe. Doon din sila nag-iensayo, no? So, lipat lahat. Lipat ang...
Oo. Ibang klaseng sakripisyo rin yan, as a player.
Ang maganda lang doon, medyo malapit lang din sa Manila. 2 oras lang. At kalahating oras lang.
Hindi naman ganun kalayo.
Darang. Oh, Puray. What an effort. Galing kay Puray.
Jason Puray has been affecting this game even on the defensive end. His length has made it a problem for the risers to make good baskets whenever he's there.
You can't
to
review
challenge.
that.
Yeah, you can't review that.
Wala
naman challenge eh.
Oo.
I think that's off the foot of Puray.
Oo. That was a poor call there.
You can challenge though. Coach Ogie Gumatay is using the challenge sign. What's really gonna be the case here? Nakaligtaan lang ba ng referee?
Was he told that there was a challenge? Did you see it? That alam mo, nakita ko, I think he signaled the challenge.
Yeah, he did. And that's why kaya ang laki na nung paglagay niya ng sign ng challenge after that nung ibibigay na sa sideline inbound because I think he initially already made that challenge call.
The crew chief Armando Aboganda, Richard Carpio, Lino Lacerna, and Ariel Arce.
Kasi alam ko naman na Coach Ogie and his staff know fully well na hindi nila pwedeng ipa-review yun kung hindi nila ipa-challenge.
Yeah. And there is a challenge, so you have to check now. They're not checking it yet.
And the yellow light isn't on actually in front of Miguel Pere. Usually that's the case, diba? Pag may challenge, naka-on yung yellow light. But I think they're trying to convene here to decide kung talagang ibibigay ba nila yung challenge o hindi.
Because nabigay na nung inbound. And that could set a precedent as well.
Exactly. This is quite a long discussion. our referees have to be a little bit sharper.
Yeah. And it's a technical. Instead, it's a technical.
Technical foul on one Bataan Risers assistant coach Ogi Gumatay for entering the court.
Ooh. It's a double whammy.
Technical free throw for Nino Ibanez.
It's a double whammy. Let's just hope that everything cools off. No?
Yeah,
Walang, I know Coach Ogie has kept his cool right there. And we are underway again. Balik tayo sa aksyon sa loob. Good hustle play.
yung masakit kasi sa nangyari sa Delphis, yung naghahabol itong Bataan. And now this incident allowed Quezon City to get the basket and still further this advantage right now. So mas humirap pa yung kanilang sitwasyon. It makes their job a lot harder.
Yung fluidity ng laro nitong Bataan, they're just totally out of sync at the moment.
Far cry from what they showed during the first few minutes when the passing was crisp, the shots were falling, and they were really using that height and presence of JL Capulong inside to their advantage. This just might start a string of good things para sa kanila. This shot by Yves Sazon.
It's a three for Yves. 6 minutes to play here in the third quarter. 10-point lead for Quezon City. Diaz uses the Bernabe pick. Binigay kay Puray. Puray drives middle. Puray is fouled by Yambing.
How underrated is this guy, Jason Puray?
And three-point shot is brought to you by Extreme One-Stop Shop Appliances. He's got the length. He's got the shooting. He's been getting a lot of opportunities of late. Maganda yan at sinusuklian niya naman ang tiwala dito ni Coach Jeff Berlas. 2 for 2 for Jason Puray.
He's only averaging 5.6 points per game, and his best game actually came dun sa kanilang unang laro. Their second game, it was against Valenzuela where he scored 11 points.
Diaz will lay it in. And Bataan just struggling to turn things around. Darang. Sazon, another three. And Yves Sazon coming alive here in the third. Dalawang tres na yan for Yves. Still an 11-point lead for Quezon City, but at least a semblance of a rhythm for the Risers. De La Rosa to Santa Ana. Taps it to Puray. He puts the ball on the deck. Nahanap si De La Rosa. That's a three. Yambing with the rebound. Saves it only to Santa Ana. Bernabe. Mintes. Another opportunity for Quezon City. Franz Diaz. A ball fake. Darang on the move. Inside, Robbie banks it in for two. A frenetic sequence capped by a basket by Robbie Darang. Quezon City coming up empty on several possessions there as we bring you the fast break of the game, brought to you by Extreme X Pop, personal karaoke speaker. Everyday karaoke.
If you're Bataan, you've got to be able to pull down those defensive rebounds, because when you get those defensive rebounds, Robbie Darang can push the pace and run on the other side, just like what happened there. 9-point lead para sa Quezon City. Yan ang hinahabol ngayon ng Bataan Risers.
Robbie Darang had 18 points against Pasay. 3 rebounds and 5 assists as well on 8 of 12 shooting. But he cramped in the latter stages of that game. And John Lawrence Capulong yung napili natin ng best player. But 10 points so far para kay Robbie Darang on 4 of 6 shooting.
Yeah, but you know, it hasn't been a doubt. There hasn't been a shadow of a doubt that Robbie Darang has been Bataan's best player this season. Their leading scorer, 10.6 points per game. And he really has been at the forefront of the offense of this franchise this year. Sa kanya nagsisimula at madalas sa kanya rin nagtatapos ang opensa ng Bataan.
De La Rosa, a 3, another one. Neray De La Rosa, a timely basket again. Because Bataan naghabol na.
There's just no slowing this kid down. Ito si Ray De La Rosa in this game. Doesn't matter if he goes to the bench and comes back. Hindi siya lumalamig.
And Dom Vera rediscovers his stroke. Gotta stay in there if you're Bataan.
I'd rather that we see a shootout rather than just one team dominating the offensive end. But of course, a shootout will just entail Bataan still trying to get back from this lead. They really need to string together a number of stops.
Vera puts the ball on the deck. A foul given up by Rai. I won't mind if Dom launched a shot there, pero speaking of launching a shot, that's De La Rosa and then the answer from Dom Vera.
Ray De La Rosa has been averaging 44.6% from beyond the arc this year, Sidelf. That's a really high clip, especially for a guy who shoots a lot of three-pointers.
Tama. Sazon, back rims the 3. Sidney Mosqueda, quickly to Konanan, back out to Ray De La Rosa. They want to set him up here. Medyo malayo ang bantay kay Rai. That's another 3. Good! You feel it would happen as andun pala sa kabila ang bola, alam mong dadating sa kanya.
You already called it, Sidelf, na malayo yung bantay kay Ray De La Rosa. And after he said that, I was just waiting for that ball to come right back to him. Pero maganda naging sagot dito ng Bataan. Also a 3-point shot.
17 in the game for Dom Vera. And Ray De La Rosa, grabe. Naging instant player matchup natin.
Yeah.
Ito si Vera at si De La Rosa. 19 for De La Rosa, 17 for Vera.
We were expecting that this would be a Robbie Darang versus France Diaz show. But so far here, especially in this third quarter, Ray De La Rosa and Dom Vera engaging each other in an intense shootout.
There's a challenge here. From Coach Ogie. And we will be... Are we staying or are we going? We will be right back.
Upon review, the challenge was unsuccessful.
It's an
Ball on the floor
unsuccessful
stays.
challenge for Coach Ogie.
This is what happened. Kunanan off that screen from ito si Ladimo. Yeah. Clearly last touch on Bataan. Oh, here
De La
we go
Rosa,
again.
short. Mosqueda, libre si Rai, but he goes for the shot. Nakuha ni Bringas. Takbo ang Bataan. Vera try to finish. He draws the foul.
That's a good take on the break para kay Dom Vera. One-on-one, just a singular guy in front of him and he went for that shot. Aggressive move going to the basket. On the other side, before that play, I understand the move by Mosqueda to go to the hole, but when you have a guy that's been shooting the way Ray De La Rosa has, you give that ball back to him even if he airballed that first shot.
The chances are usually, pag nakamintis ang una, malamang pangalawa.
Yung mismo.
A special deal from 1xBet. Scan the QR code and claim your special offer. 8-point game. Dom Vera is up to 18 points tonight. Quezon City though still ahead 61 to 53. De La Rosa was...
Ngayon, ayaw niya naman tumira.
Gun shy siya kanina dun. Chance to trim the deficit. Vera hangs in the air. A foul. 2 free throws para kay Dom Vera.
This is a rare occasion where we're seeing Dom Vera really embrace this opportunity to put his team on his shoulders. And if you're Coach Ogie Gumata and Coach Goody Ilagan, you love what you're seeing from Dom Vera right now because nakikita mo yung increase dun sa kanyang kumpiyansa. Just missing on that first free throw though.
And that has been a Waterloo para kay Dom Vera this season, Avi.
Dom Vera only shooting 48.4% from the free throw line. It's very low for a shooter like him.
Oh, lalo na sa kanya na maganda naman ang mechanics ng
Yun na
tira.
nga eh. Yan ang mga bagay na hindi mo ma-explain eh.
Yes. And Carl Bringas nasa linya ngayon.
2 free throws, Carl Bringas.
And Bataan now, they're just putting a lot more effort on the floor kaya nakakahabol din sila dito.
Mas mataas pa ang shooting percentage ni Carl Bringas mula sa free throw line. Bringas is averaging 87.5%.
Well, he split his free throws there. Bernabe up against Alex Ramos. They go to Konanan on the low wing. Kani staying in step. Kani reaching in. A foul on Newbert.
Number 7, Newbert. Kani is second. And that is a 14th foul for Bataan Risers, Kabayan Coast.
A little banter between Konanan and Kani. Sabi ni Konanan, kanina pa to eh.
Kuya mo yan.
Exactly. Hubert's actually playing against his former team.
Yeah. Try. 5 seconds to work with. It's a foul on Vera.
No, Ray De La Rosa really commanding a lot of defensive attention now. Bataan should have put a lot more defensive attention on him right from the start.
Now na nahanap niya na yung rhythm niya, delikado eh. Every time he touched that ball.
Oh yeah. Shooting is in his DNA. Ito si Ray De La Rosa.
The son of
Romy De La Rosa.
the brother of Rome De La Rosa.
Yeah.
I still think the dad is the
Yun, siya ang pinaka-shooter.
best shooter out of all
Oo
of them.
naman. No doubt about it.
Our good friend Rome is having a really good career as well.
Oh yeah, for sure.
One of the nicest guys around.
Yeah,
They were raised very well
I agree.
by Kuya Romy. Oh, what a shot. Galing kay Dom Vera.
If the Risers are to rise above from this deficit, it will really have to take a lot more shots like that from Dom Vera. But Bataan also has to put together some stops. They've allowed Quezon City scoring opportunities still. Each time they force a miss, or a lot of times that they force the miss, they allow Quezon City an offensive rebound. Doon naman nakakaputos ang Quezon City.
That's 7 points now for Puray. And here comes Mosqueda. Basket and the foul.
Love the way that he protected that basketball. Little use of that offhand to protect the basketball away from Carl Bringas.
This fast break of the game is brought to you by Extreme X Play on the go speaker. Take your music anywhere.
Just kept it steady there, away from committing an offensive foul, which really baited Bringas to crash into Mosqueda.
Now it's back to an 11-point lead after it went down to 6. Those missed free throws haunting the Risers. Quezon City pang unang possession sa fourth. Dom Vera nakawala, short on the layup. Takbo agad ang Quezon City. Puray, picked up by Ibanez. Jason Puray. Mosqueda for 3. In and out. I thought Puray had a shot there.
A lot of unselfishness there on the part of Quezon City. 4 guys touching the basketball on that 4-on-2 break.
.20 seconds left here in the third. Kani the crossover. Kani the no-look pass, the extra pass, and Bringas puts it in.
They're really relying a lot on their guards right now to try and help them get back from this deficit.
Poraya 3, it's short. May oras pa dito. Sazon on the move. He'll fire. And that will do it. Ating third quarter dito sa Nueva Ecija Coliseum in Palayan City. That has been the matchup tonight. Ray De La Rosa, 20 points on 5 of 9 shooting from beyond the arc. Dom Vera with 20 of his own, 4 of 7 from beyond the arc. These two guards engaging in a thrilling shootout dito sa Palayan City.
Yeah, Vera scoring 11 of his 20 points in that third quarter, while Ray De La Rosa had 7 of his own in that pivotal third quarter, where Quezon City has continued to enjoy the advantage here, pushing the pace, knocking it down from the outside.
That's our highlights of the game, brought to you by Ciplas, official hydration partner of the MPBL. Elevate your hydration. We go into the fourth with Quezon City up by 9. That's our fan of the game, brought to you by LGR, the official outfitter of the MPBL. Babalik ang Liga ng Bawat Pilipino. Jeff Santos, Hubert Cani, Carl Bringas. It looks like, is it Ives Sazon? Yes, and Alex Ramos. Emer Oreta, head of operations, head of security, Rudy Distrito. And Satar Macantal and George Magsino engaging in an animated discussion dito sa kaliwa namin.
I wonder what that's about.
Second quarter was really where Quezon City turned on the heat, 27-11, travel on Puray.
But they were still able to score in the 20s in that third period. Bataan did have their best scoring quarter in that third period, but enabled Quezon City to also do the same still, outscoring them by only a point in that third quarter.
Hubert Cani needing to take charge here, 67-60.
Which basically just really tells us that offense is now not anymore much of a problem than it was for Bataan in the second quarter. It's really much more on the defensive side right now that they really have to worry about, preventing Quezon City from second chance opportunities and opportunities in the fast break.
That was a dizzying display of skill and artistry galing kay Hubert Cani. 5-point game A personal 4-0 run para kay Hubert Cani.
Hubert Cani has always been known to be a very shifty guard. Grade school pa lang kami, talagang matunog na ang pangalan ni Hubert Cani sa aming age group.
Ng grade school ka, Javi, malamang secret. Drive here by Franz Diaz, spin cycle and a finish.
Yeah, Franz Diaz hasn't been much of a factor here offensively. Only just 7 points in the game, but he has been able to distribute 5 assists. So just a little more really on his domain. Just a little, doing a little bit of everything para sa Quezon City. 2 rebounds as well para sa kanya. We'll make that 3 after that save.
Ibanez to Bernabe, now with Poray. And just when it looked like they were ready to really mount a comeback, a serious comeback, Bataan seems to fall into the trap of, just like that shot galing kay Hubert Cani. It's like the home run play na hinahabol nila. And then, Quezon City comes right back with a couple of baskets, and it's back to square one for them.
I think, it's maybe for them, kind of the lack of discipline as well on that side of the floor. And because they've been missing those kinds of home run plays, alam mo naman pag nakakita ka ng home run plays, Sedel, minsan karamihan sa mga teammates mo, tatama rin na yan dumepensa on the other side. At magiging string na yan of bad moments to come para sa iyong team.
A nice play there, Diaz.
And that's exactly what Bataan's experiencing right now.
Bernabe seems to be hurt after that play of the game. Brought to you by 1xBet, title sponsor of the MPBL. Your choice, your victory. Feel more game with 1xBet.
How long has Dave Bernabe been getting passes from Franz Diaz? Since their days with CEU. These two guys have been at it with that two-man game.
Kapulong has returned.
I think they really should explore more the option of dumping it down to JLC. But of course, that will have to entail Bataan slowing down the pace.
An 11-point lead for Quezon City. They are not out of the woods yet. Pero,
definitely not.
Pero, the way that this, the pattern of the play of this ball game, we've seen, Quezon City just really looking the better team. And just a step faster and quicker to those critical decisions on the floor.
You're right. And, Bataan has been easily frustrated with their errors in this game.
Nabitawan ni Ibanez ang bola. Hubert Cani. Atras si Hubert up against Franz Diaz. Hubert drives off the glass and in. 6 points here in the quarter para kay Hubert Cani.
All right, that's another basket there para sa Bataan. So what they need to do right now is just really to stay the course. You're now knocking down baskets. Now make yourself play some good old-fashioned hard-nosed defense. That's just not the way to do it right there. If you're going to allow Quezon City some more easy baskets, that's a shot right there inside by Dave Bernabe.
And that was Franz Diaz destroying the defense. Inside they go. Kapulong, hard foul. Bernabe.
He really took a hard hit there. Natamaan sa bibig. See how everybody was staring at Franz Diaz there.
We're not sure about the rule there of Bataan, but that is our assist of the game brought to you by 1xBet, title sponsor of the MPBL. Your choice, your victory. Feel more game with 1xBet. I thought Santos had a chance to help, but I think may shooter din doon, hindi maiwan eh. A perfect game para kay John Lawrence Kapulong. 15 points, 5 of 5 shooting, 5 of 5 from the line, and also had 6 rebounds.
He was really responsible for that steady play of the Risers in the end game against Pasay on the road at the Pasay Astrodome.
9-point game. Binalik na si Dom Vera in place Ibanez could not hit on the three. Bernabe with the rebound. Puray to De La Rosa. He misses. 5 of 10 from beyond the arc para kay Rai De La Rosa. Dom Vera, he'll pull the trigger. That's an air ball. Kapulong. Why don't they go to JL Kapulong though?
Exactly, yan nga ang isa sa mga sinasabi ko throughout this coverage. They have to get that ball to JLC.
That's our Gixter, great move of the game, born for greatness. He's been a calm and steady presence for Quezon City, France Diaz. 9-point game, Diaz, the Hesse, and the getaway. And because of those passes kanina,
The lanes have opened up for him.
Nagdadalawang isip ang depensa ng Quezon City. Ng Bataan. Quezon City still in front here by 11. Dom Vera. It's a wild shot inside. That's Bringas who's fouled.
Foul on number 9, Jason Puray is third.
It looks like Puray has convinced Coach Jeff to make a challenge.
City is challenging the last foul on Jason Puray.
It could also be a nice ploy to ice the free throw shooter even if the call doesn't work in their favor.
Coach Jeff Perdas with the challenge. We'll be right back.
Upon review, the challenge was unsuccessful. Call on the floor stays. Foul on number 9, Jason Puray, his third.
Unsuccessful challenge for Jason Puray. That's a foul. Clearly.
But definitely a foul there.
Bringas gets the first free throw to drop. I think Bataan has one more run in them.
Yeah, I don't doubt it. They definitely have to make a good balance of pace here in these last few minutes.
This free throw of the game is brought to you by Extreme Appliances, ang subok at kompletong appliances brand ng Pilipinas. 77-68. Baguio, dinedepensahan si France Diaz. Diaz. Ball fake. Nice pass. Back shot. Galing kay Dave Bernabe. He's just been toying with the defense. France Diaz.
Point guard masterclass on display here in the fourth quarter. Galing dito kay France Diaz.
Oh, circus. Parang kay Noel Zarate lang. Oh, bagsak si Diaz. Baguio able to recover. Corner 3, Santos won't go. Kapulong with the offensive rebound. Nag-cut si Baguio. Finger roll is good.
Second basket of the game para kay Dante Baguio. But again, the Risers need stops.
And when you put the ball in the hands of France Diaz, good things happen.
And nakikita mo yung diferensya dito in terms of field goal attempts itself. 62 to 76. That's a minus 14 for Bataan, and that's the reason why Quezon City has stayed in the lead, because they've allowed the Galleries Taipan a lot more attempts because of those offensive rebounds and the turnovers that Bataan has committed in this game.
I thought there was a foul there on Kapulong on the bump on Diaz, but look at the assist of the game brought to you by 1xBet. Title sponsor of the MPBL, your choice, your victory, feel more game with 1xBet.
Just the power of the ball fake and the simple look of the eye really can get the defense off guard.
Hubert Cani returns para kay Jeff Santos. Sabi ni Joel Liu daw, Javi,
Ano?
kinakain ka daw ng buhay ni
Nino?
Hubert Cani nung high school kayo.
Wow! Talaga lang
Ano daw, pag umupensa daw si Hubert, wala ka daw magawa.
Talaga lang Baka kaya ako lagi ang linalagay kay Hubert at hindi siya.
Yan. Grabe.
Trash
Sabi
talking
ko si Singit ko. Last break of the game is brought to you by Extreme Cold Air Conditioners. Ang Extreme Magpalamig, free installation for split type air conditioners.
That's really the reason why he's so tough to guard, because he's so shifty.
Ano talaga eh. Inilonggo niya pa sa akin.
Talaga Ganun
Kaya sabi ko, nako.
Pero alam niya ba na kinikilatis mo yung tira niya?
Yung bit-bit niya yung mundo?
Alam niya ba yun?
Bit-bit niya yung mundo pag tumitira siya?
Pero
Globo yung dala niya eh.
Well, sasabihin naman niya sa'yo na effective naman daw.
Kaya nga eh. Kaya wala akong masabi ngayon eh. Mahirap eh. And looks like this is going to be a review here.
No, definitely. We'll see what happened here. Puray crashing in to our ad boards on the baseline. There might have been a push there. Actually, definitely a push there from JLC. You see there on that angle.
What can you do though?
An extension of that left arm.
Yeah, but
I don't think it has to be an unsportsmanlike foul.
Medyo medyo big collision lang eh. Medyo big collision lang between the A-boards and Jason Puray.
Yeah. It's just that's the laws of gravity and physics at play there.
Not sure. They're still checking this. They're taking their time.
They have been taking their time in this game.
To me, I don't think it's...
Yeah, I don't think it should be an unsportsmanlike foul. It's just a normal foul para sa akin. Hindi lang maganda yung naging bagsak niya. Thankfully, wala naman masama nangyari kay Jason Puray. But for me, it's just a simple push. Yeah.
Upon review, pushing foul.
Yes!
Number 4, JL.
Pwede na kami mag-referee ni Javi.
Second team
No.
No. That's a very thankless job. I'd rather stay here in the booth.
And Puray at the line. He gets the first one to drop. Back to a 10-point lead, 9 points and 8 rebounds. Solid game para kay Jason Puray. 81-71, Quezon City managing to stay in front. Hubert Cani short on the layup. I felt like there was really something lacking at the way Bataan has been playing today.
It's the lack of touches of John Lloyd Capulong in this game. That's really been it, Sadelf. Because I feel like there's really a definite advantage to get JLC one-on-one at the block in the post.
Sazon will fire a three. Good. 7-point game. And Robbie Darang has also not returned, no?
You're right, yeah. They've gone more to Hubert Cani in these closing minutes. There was even a stretch where it was Dom Vera who was the point guard para dito sa Bataan here in the fourth quarter.
Diaz finds Puray. Three-pointer short. And Bernabe stepped on the line. And a chance again for Bataan. 2:35 remaining. There is still time for a comeback here if you're the Risers.
Sazon hitting another three. That's a three-pointer number 9 para sa Bataan in this game.
Cani. Vera from the corner. In and out. And I was actually surprised that they went to Vera. They could have...
Again, they went for that home run play that, you know, we have been mentioning that they've been going through so much sa laro na to. In times na hindi pa naman nila talagang kailangan.
Diaz. No good. Vera quickly to Cani. Has to attack quickly here. Hubert goes to Bringas. Another three. It's short. The shot selection of Bataan here. They've gone for the three. I know that they're trying to chase this game here. Pero may opportunity pa naman eh.
You're right.
Play of the game is brought to you by 1xBet, title sponsor of the MPBL. Your choice, your victory. Feel more game with 1xBet. So you're telling me, Javi, that they don't have an advantage when JL Capulong has the ball?
They do. They really do. But they just can't get it to him. And I don't want to, you know, put a knock on Carl Bringas, but you're trying to get a basket here, and if you're trying to get a three-point shot, if Sazon is on the floor, it's better to get the ball to him if you want the three-point shot rather than to Carl Bringas.
Yeah, but again, players, you know, take the shots, coaches guide them. And alam natin na Coach Ogie would like to, syempre gusto niya better shot selection for his team.
Yes, indeed. Well, but, you know, this is still highly possible para sa Bataan Risers. Can't count them out just yet.
They will
possession for Quezon
not
City.
have the ball here.
And now Quezon City, what they have to do right now is proper clock management. This was the previous play. You see there Diaz and Bringas trying to get a hold of that basketball.
Should be white ball. The thing here, Javi, is that ang ano ko kasi, you've already decided that it should be Quezon City ball. Where are we getting confused here? But again, ito, considering the way they won against Pasay, medyo tumaas ang expectations natin dito for Bataan.
Tama ka dyan. And, you know, that just goes down to, for me, this conclusion that I've observed with Bataan. It really all boils down to consistency para sa kanila this season. You know, how they can string together that effort na talagang maipapakita nila game in, game out on both sides. It couple that with proper decision making as well.
Yeah, but also you gotta admire the performance itong araw na to from Quezon City.
Oh yeah, for sure.
Rance Diaz, Ray De La Rosa,
Dave Bernabe, Jason Puray has also churned in some all-around numbers para sa Quezon City. This guy too with the basketball, Kunanan, has been quite steady.
Diaz finds Bernabe from in close, and Puray with a crucial offensive rebound.
And that's just been the story of the game. You know, Quezon City will be forced into a tough shot. They miss, but then they get another crack at the basket because of the effort of guys like Puray and Bernabe to generate opportunities for them on the offensive glass.
Hubert Cani, William Bing, they're all part of the Quezon City team last season as Diaz sinks the free throw. And 2 for 2 for Diaz. 13 points in the game para kay Diaz to go with 7 assists And Dave Bernabe has had an outstanding game, 13 points and 15 boards. And we have a timeout on the floor. Bataan down by 9, 68 seconds left. Quezon City's next 3 games, they battle Abra on June 23, July 7, Jewel with Mindoro. And on July 12, they take on the San Juan Knights. So, Coach Jeff Perlas.
That's going to be an uphill climb in their next 3 games. But if they get this victory here today, this will definitely be a good springboard as they go up against one of the top teams in the North and one of the most loaded teams in this season, the Abra Wavers.
Vera to Hubert Cani. Cani drop pass, bring us 2 points. 83 to 76.
So they're now going to try and play the foul game itong Bataan with 59 seconds remaining.
This is the play of the game brought to you by 1xBet, title sponsor of the MPBL. Your choice, your victory. Feel more game with 1xBet.
Once again, Hubert Cani with the ability to break down the defense, going downhill and locating Bringas on the wheel.
Oh, mintis ang unang free throw ni Cunanan.
Quezon City is 12 out of 20 as a team in this game.
Could get interesting here. Oh, pasok ang pangalawa.
Cunanan's had a solid game as well. Sidel, 6 points, 10 rebounds, and 5 assists para kay Vincent Cunanan.
Murayes whistled for the personal. 4 na yan. Sideline inbound here. Dom Vera. Bringas. Bovera gets it back. Cani will launch the 3 and knock it down. 49 seconds remaining. It's a 5-point lead. And they send Bernabe to the line. Interesting.
A big shot para kay Hubert Cani. One, it was a 3-pointer. Second, there was not much clock burned off. No hesitation. Galing kay Hubert Cani despite the hand in his face.
And Dom Vera will foul out with 20 points in this ball game. Dave Bernabe. Kalma lang. Sabi ni Dave Bernabe, got this. Gets the first free throw to drop. Monster numbers for Dave, 15 and 15.
Yeah, for a guy who's only averaging 5 points per game, this is definitely a very solid performance galing sa kanya.
Cani mintis ang 3. Cunanan with the rebound. They foul Cunanan and it's 2 free throws again. Hindi na nakabalik si Robbie Darang.
This just might be perhaps the biggest win of the season so far.
Yeah, absolutely.
Para sa Quezon City.
They're knocking on the door there, the number 10 spot. A spot currently with Bataan. Javi and Valenzuela right there. They will move up ahead of Valenzuela if they end up winning this game, 87-79.
Yeah, currently at 3-11 right now. So with a win here today, they move up to 4-11. Valenzuela is 4-12. So trying really to get past Bataan, who will fall to 6-10 if they do lose this game. There's still 28.6 seconds.
It's a delay of game.
Oh, this is big.
Puray fouls out after the technical.
Sinasabi ko sa'yo, si Del, kung mailagay ng Bataan sa overtime itong laro na to, delikado dito ang Quezon City.
Medyo malayo naman na. 28 seconds na lang. 10 pa yung lamang. Gano'n na yun, mga Reggie Miller
Yun na.
legendary performance na yun.
Well, with that miss, I think that already it ensures the victory para dito sa Quezon City. Could have been a 4-point swing para sa Bataan in this possession kung kasama yung made free throw sana na yun, Ives Sazon.
Kani to bring us. Sazon will fire and hit. 7-point game. Gotta be strong with the basketball if you're Quezon City. And they give up a foul again.
I think they're asking for a turnover instead. They were expecting a turnover dahil palabas na si Nino Ibanez doon. A referee will not reverse the call. Ibanez will make the first free throw. Almost a 77% free throw shooter this season. Ito si Nino Ibanez.
Sazon
Oh,
got it. Six-point game. They fouled Ibanez. 13.9 seconds left.
just really tough to really chop down this lead, especially wala na rin kayong timeout na may tawag to advance the basketball. Gallant stand, but just in case too little, too late for the Risers. And I really reiterate my point that they really missed the advantage of going to JLC on the block.
2 for 2 for Nino Ibanez as Quezon City inches closer to their 4th win of the season. Kani, good on the 3.
Suddenly lining it up from the outside. The last time we saw this was during the first few minutes of this game.
93 to 88. Carbringas will foul out of the game. Dante Pagio returns. Good job by Bataan trying to make a game out of it, pero it looks like Quezon City will end another losing streak.
Four-game losing streak about to be snapped, and 3 of those losses were decided by 3 games or less. I'm sure this is a very big morale-boosting victory para sa kanila, especially Abra ang sunod nilang kalaban.
And the Quezon City Galleries Taipan pull off an upset against the Bataan Risers on the road here at the Nueva Ecija Coliseum in Palayan City, erasing an early 12-point deficit and really just keeping control and keeping Bataan at bay the rest of the way. Player of the game is brought to you by 1xBet, the title sponsor of the MPBL. Your choice, your victory. Feel more game with 1xBet. And who else but Rai De La Rosa with outstanding performance. 3-pointers para kay Rai falling in this game, and siya ang nanguna sa panalo na to for Quezon City.
Yeah, the uprising of Quezon City all started when Rai De La Rosa heated up in the first half, and Quezon City never looked back after that. But solid performances all across the board from a lot of players sa kupunan ni Coach Jeff Perlas. Dave Bernabe turned in a double-double. Franz Diaz was a master at that point guard spot. Jordan Satana also had some decent minutes. Vincent Conanan also turning in some solid numbers. Jason Puray as well as Nino Ibanez.
So the collective effort for Quezon City to take down the Risers, and the man with an outstanding game. It's been a while
Yeah.
para kay Ray De La Rosa, but we're happy that he's back on the win column and he is with our Mika Abisamis.
Maraming salamat, Ray. Congratulations. 20 points. Halos lahat ng quarter gumawa ka. At dahil doon, ginanahan din talaga yung teammates mo. Kumusta ka?
Man, I'm just very, first of all, it's all glory to God. And just thankful for my teammates and my coaches for giving me the trust to do what I do. And, we wouldn't win without them.
Bataan is not an easy team to beat, no? Especially because of their shooters. I mean, also credit to your 3 points today, no? But great defense from the team, obviously. What can you say about your efforts, especially from Puray and Bernabe today?
I mean, they stepped up when we needed them to step up. And, that's what we look for them to bring day in and day out. And, we're just very thankful.
Ray, who would you like to thank?
First and foremost, I'd like to thank God. Thank you to our sponsors, JNT and Tower Galleries. And shout out to my family and friends back home in the States, my grandma, my mom, my dad, my girlfriend, Jacopido, and just everybody on the team. Shout out to my boy, John Robin. And yeah, much love to everybody.
Alright, maraming salamat, Ray De La Rosa. This play of the game is brought to you by 1xBet, the title sponsor of the MPBL. 1xBet, your choice, your victory. Feel more game with 1xBet. Delphin happy.
Thanks so much, Mika, and congratulations, Ray De La Rosa, as he pours 20 points to lead Quezon City to an upset of Bataan. Meanwhile, maglalaban ng Batangas City, Tanduay Rum Masters and Cebu Classic in our second game. Dito lang sa Liga ng Bagong Pilipino. We'll be right back for that game, Batangas City against Cebu.